Yo, what is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, back, and today, guys, I'm bringing you yet another ASL video. And today, in this ASL video, I have for you guys the ASL Season 1 weekly recap and Week 4. So if you guys don't know why we're doing weekly recap Season 1 and weekly recap Season 4, reason being is we have never had Season 1 documented. I say this in every video that we have of Season 1, but we don't have like recorded proof of Season 1, you know. So we figured, let's just go ahead and do that, and yeah, it should be a fun thing, like nice and nostalgic thing. But yeah, hold up, let me go ahead and move this down. But yeah, so in this, so as I said in weekly recap, if you watch that, most people do watch weekly recap, but is that good? I need to go up a little bit. So basically, like I said in weekly recap, a lot of the videos, a decent amount of the videos have been late except for Pick'em Cruise. Shout out to Gumby. But yeah, you guys should be getting like 3 videos today, this Season 4 weekly recap and transactions. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this. We have Altaria taking on Doom's squad, and Altaria's team consists of Conkelder, Empoleon, Bronzong, Mandibuzz, Malamar, Mega Gardevoir. Doom's team consists of Crobat, Malone, Megazard X, Manaphy, Mamoswine, and Magneton. Let's get into it. So you have an Empoleon out against a Mamoswine. Oh, wow. Okay. Calm down. Okay. So Empoleon is going to go out into Mamoswine, out of Mamoswine, not wanting to take an Earthquake, as Bronzong is going to set up the Reflect. Mamoswine is going to go out from Crobat, and Bronzong is going to launch off the Gyro Ball. Now Crobat is going to go for the U-turn, going out into Alomomola. Bronzong setting up the Trick Room. So Bronzong going out into Conkelder, since it might want to get a Guts burn here. That'd probably be pretty solid, as it is going to get the burn, or that was Flame Orb. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. But Alomomola is going to take a huge amount of damage on this thing, as Reflect is going to wear off, and Bronzong is going to come out maybe to set it back up, but Alomomola is going to get the Protect off. Yeah, Altaria probably just doing that just because he wanted to get screens back up, since he knew the Protect was coming. So Magneton is just going to go for the Thunderbolt, as Bronzong goes for the Trick Room. And Alomomola is going to come back out, as it can beat this Bronzong fairly easily if this Bronzong does not have Toxic, which it doesn't look like it does. So out comes Conkelder. It can take on this Alomomola any hit that it wants to take. Knowing that this Conkelder only has 1 hit left in it due to the burn, the Gen 6 burn, Doom is going to go for the Protect. Smart play on his part. And Mandibuzz is going to come out and is going to go for the Defog. And Doom wanting to put a little bit of pressure on that play. He's going to go into the Magneton, and Altaria is going to make a very risky play into his Mega Gardevoir, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be saved there, and Doom making the nice little pursuit play, nice little prep there. But Bronzong is going to set up the light screen, as Mega Gardevoir is going to get Regenerator. Unfortunately for Doom, he did not go for this Scald. I don't think it would have killed. But Altaria is just bouncing around with his Gardevoir at this point. I believe because he did the Regenerator, it still works with it. I'm fairly certain. But Empoleon is going to fire off a Scald into the Zard before it gets Mega Evolved. So very fortunate for Altaria. And he's going to let the Zardex kill his Empoleon, just so he could get the Flare Blitz recoil off. So Zardex doing nothing in this match except for killing the Empoleon, which I guess opens some gates for Manaphy. So that's the thing. But Crobat is going to U-turn out for Mandibuzz, and then Magneton going to get a nice Volt Switch off. Bronzong likely going to be walling the life out of this Mamoswine outside a knockoff. And Bronzong is going to set up the Reflect. I think Gyro Ball was a much better play in my opinion. But Mamoswine is just going to set up the, go for the Ice Shard, as Mamoswine will be easily 2-shot with the Foul Play. And Alomomola is going to take a Foul Play. It's going to get some nice Rocky Helmet damage off, and can go for the Toxic, start wearing this thing down. And Altaria's team is looking, he's not in the greatest position right now. He's got 2 Toxic Pokemon. Malamar doesn't look like it does a whole ton, and Bronzong is very weak if I'm not mistaken, or if, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying now. But what's it called? Mandibuzz is gonna go for the Brave Bird. It is going to die to the Thunderbolt. So Altaria is in a very bad spot here. He's got to go out and do his Gardevoir, trace the Analytic for what it's worth, and then he's going to go go for the Hyper Voice and do big damage because of the analytics, since it is a choice Scarf Magnezone, or Magneton, we know that now. And this Malamar's got to go for the superpower, knowing full well that this Rocky Helmet's going to happen. It's gotta do what it's got to do. And this Almamole is going to go for the Toxic. That's essentially going to seal the game, because there is no way that Bronzong can live hits from 5 different Pokemon at 3 HP. Bronzong's a pretty bulky boy, but not happening. So coupled with the Rocky Helmet and the Toxic, it's just absolutely too much for this Malamar to surmount. Plus with the wish from Alomomola, it's Malamar's gonna die after this, and then Doom making the play into Mamoswine, is Altaria is actually gonna whip out the rest on his Malamar. So it's getting a little bit scary for Doom. Maybe questioning if he can beat this thing at this point. Altaria's just got to roll a superpower in his sleep, as he is going to wake up and go for the superpower. So down goes Mamoswine, Altaria bringing it back to a degree. And this thing might win. So Crobat's going to go for the U-turn, as out comes Alomomola, as Altaria is going to go for the Psycho Cut. And now he's going to go to sleep, does not want to get burned, does not want to get toxic, none of those shenanigans. And then Manaphy's going to go for the Calm Mind. This is Doom's easiest way to bring this thing back, but with the Malamar doing just under half, it's going to be a little bit iffy. So this Malamar is going to roll another Psycho Cut. So if Manaphy can kill, it doesn't. And then Malamar is going to go for the rest. So Altaria is trying to get lucky in his sleep. That's honestly his best way to win this thing. Manaphy gonna go for the Scald. He's gotta roll it, and he's gonna roll a superpower. That was the best thing he could roll. So Altaria, what you doing here, buddy? And Magneton is gonna go for the Flash Cannon, is going to kill it, and then Bronzong dies to rock. So unfortunately, Altaria could not bring the game back. That would have been pretty sick to get a Malamar sweep. But yeah, Magneton is going to save Doom the game. And yeah, it's going to be a 3-0 in Doom's favor. Coach of the Tottenham Aspers taking a victory over the Magikarp's Revenge. Hopping into the next game, we got Sand taking on Altaria Motives, also known as Ian. And Sand's team consists of the Mega Beedrill, Gran Bull, Weavile, Golurk, Vaporeon, and Raikou. Altaria Motives or Ian's team consists of Rhyperior, Porygon 2, Mega Lopunny, Bisharp, Registeel, and Mischievous. So we have a Vaporeon out against a Mega Lopunny. This is favoring a Lopunny a fair amount, as Lopunny can go for a big return, but is actually going to go for the Fake Out. I don't truly understand why Ian went for that. It was a no drawback play to go ahead and go for the return, but nonetheless, that's what he's going to do. And then Porygon 2, excuse me, had to yawn, is going to come out. It's only 10 o'clock. I don't know, I'm tired. But Porygon 2 is going to get burned. Sand going out into Golurk, trying to take a potential try attack. Well, here we are with a burned Vaporeon and a Mischievous. So, Mischievous is going to go for the Mean Look, as trying to probably trap it in. Maybe this is a, oh, it's a Parasong set. Hoo, buddy. So, Mischievous is going to be Toxic Stall a little bit. I love this set. Mean Look, Parasong. Mean Look, Parasong, Protect. Probably Shadow Ball is the last move. Or no, it was Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp, Parasong, Mean Look, Protect. Not bad. So they're gonna die next turn, as Mischievous is going to live. So that means it's gonna Protect. Since it's really low anyways, Ian's pretty okay with just letting it die along with the Vaporeon. So nice set. I'm loving it, Ian. I know this was like 2 years ago, or no, it was like a year ago. So like, shout out to your 2016 self for making this set. Good job. But Porygon 2 is gonna come out here. Gets the nice special attack boost. The Sand is gonna give it a Rock Polish. P2 showing off the Ice Beam. So if this thing has the Dynamic Punch, it's gonna do a lot, and it does kill, as it is going to show up the Life Orb. But Bisharp can come out and go for the Sucker Punch, or so we thought. Ian was probably just trying to bluff the Sucker Punch, I guess. But out comes Lopunny. Lopunny's going to try and go with a Fake Out. Now he has... Whoa, Ian, buddy, you got a lot better over the years. I would have... I would have gone Lopunny, faked out, swapped out to something else, and then killed with Lopunny. But Rhyperier's gonna get confused, but comes through with the Ice Punch. Out comes Granbull, as Granbull is gonna go for the close combat. Good prep on Sand's part. And then Reggie's gonna get this nice Citrus Berry back. Going for what I would assume to be the Iron Head. He's actually going for the counter, predicting the close combat again, but out comes the low kick. There's the counter. Ian loves his counter Registeel, I swear. Beedrill's going to come out, and the drill run is going to be able to kill, but he's actually going to go for the substitute. And Ian is going to go for the counter, so it looks like he only has counter on this thing. He's going to set up with the, no, he has Seismic Toss as well. So he's going to set up with a Beedrill, and this essentially means it's over. It's a +2 adaptability base 145 attack stat. Like, goodbye. Ian, you're probably going to look back at this and be confused, as I am, why you did not go Lopunny, fake out, sack something, and then go Lopunny again. I'm confused too, buddy. But anyways, Sand, coach of the New York Onyx, I believe, taking a 3-0 victory over Altaria Moto's coach of the atrocious Altarias. So moving into the next game, we have Lord Despam taking on Gustavo. On Gustavo's first week, he took over the Mono Water team from Panda Wants a Hug. Gustavo, if you guys remember him from Season 2 and Season 3 alike, here he is. Here's his start in the ASL. Despam keeping it strong, but Despam's team consists of Mega Ampharos, Miltank, Tangrowth, Lucario, Tornadus, Virizion, and Gustavo made some changes. His team looks like Zygarde 50%. This is before the 1,000 Arrows buff. Volcanion, Talonflame, Mega Swampert, Kabutops, and Regice. Let's hop into it. So we have a Mega Ampharos going up against Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert's winning the battle every single time. Gustavo wants to just get his Stealth Rocks up. As out comes his Talonflame. So it's funny here. We have Zygarde pre-buff, and then we have Talonflame pre-nerf. So got infinitely worse after Gen 7, got infinitely better after Gen 7. But Talonflame is going to be put to sleep as out comes the Mega Ampharos on the Talonflame. Is then going to go for the Dragon Pulse into the Mega Swampert, doing whatever it can, as Mega Swampert is going to go for the Earthquake. The Tangrowth is going to suck up that damage, delicious. And Talonflame is going to take the Giga Drain relatively easily, because it is 4 times resisted. It is going to wake up and go for the Roost. So Talonflame is going to go for the U-turn, going out into this Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert is not going to take one more Dragon Pulse. So if this loop continues, Spam is going to get the better end of it. So Gustavo knows that and wants to break the loop, going out into Regice. As Regice can take the knockoff, he's going to lose his leftovers in the process. But Regice is going to go ahead and stay sleeping. As out comes Mega Ampharos. Out comes the Mega Swampert. I don't truly know why Gustavo did that. I guess just because he doesn't have swap-ins to this Mega Amphi outside of Regice, but that thing is sleeping. Out comes the Regice on the Tangrowth, as Tangrowth is going to set up some leech, or he's going to throw off some Leech Seed. But Miltank going to come out here, maybe Thick Fat, probably not from that damage to be fair. But he's going to be able to Milk Drink and Leech Seed, as Gustavo's going to unfortunately miss his Focus Blast, as it would have done a tremendous amount. Spam is going to want to wake up his Mega Ampharos, as Gustavo's going to miss Focus Blast again. I feel you, man. And he's finally going to hit one. It does 80% on the crit, so I guess he makes up for a little bit. But then his Regice is going to drop, so there are literally no swap-ins to Mega Ampharos. It can get killed very easily, but there's no swap-ins. So this, Zygarde is going to go for the Outrage, and Tangrowth is going to be sitting pretty here, and then could just go for the knockoff. Getting rid of this Zygarde's Assault Vest, going out into the Talonflame. Now Miltank is going to come out as if it is non-speed Talonflame. The Miltank has a chance if it's max speed. That's not the case. The Spam just wants to get a free swap in to his Mega Ampharos. Since it does work, Dragon Pulse claims a kill here. That is exactly what happens. So for Gustavo, honestly, Talonflame is a hindrance because it allows Mega Ampharos to come out every single time. To be fair, that's also Volcanion. So Spam is just going to use his Tangros Rocky Helmet to get rid of this Zygarde. Plus, he's going to go into his Lucario to set up a nasty plot, knowing that this Zygarde is locked into Outrage. Then can go for the Vacuum Wave. And Gustavo's only chance is this Talonflame, hoping he doesn't kill, which he probably wouldn't. But out comes this Mega Ampharos, and it gets a kill again. And all he has to do is click an electric type move, and he's gonna go for the Volt Switch and one shots this Kabutops. So Mega Ampharos doing some work right now. Out comes the Volcanion, as Volcanion is gonna go for the Steam Eruption and does not get the burn, so probably for the best for Spam. But he's actually a special set, as Gustavo not messing around with Fire Blast. He's just going to run Heat Wave, and Spam is going to land 2 Focus Blasts, but my boy Gustavo missing 2. What's up? But Tornadus is going to come out here and is going to go for the Sludge Wave, gets rid of the Volcanion. And last but not least, we have Talonflame is going to go for the Brave Bird, does not kill this Tornadus. Tornadus is going to go for the Sludge Wave and does not kill. But it was apparently a speed tie, it looks, and Tornadus is going to win it. It is going to get rid of the Talonflame. Otherwise, Lucario probably comes in and kills the Vacuum Wave anyways. So this is going to be the game. The Las Vegas Ludicolo are going to win a 3-0 win over Gustavo, coach of Sea King Rain in Seattle. Pretty sure that's how. Pretty sure that's what it was. Next we have Anderson taking on Eminem Suspect Test, and Anderson's team consists of Excadrill, Heliolisk, Mega Deoncé, Mismagius, Doug Trio, and Chestnut. And then Eminem Suspect's team consists of a Mega Sharpedo, a Darmanitan, a Clefable, a Sock, and a Mungus, and a Jellicent. Let's hop into it. So Doug Trio out against the Clefable. The Doug Trio just wants to get out of there, as the Clefable is going to go ahead and set up its Stealth Rocks. Then later, Anderson is going to go for the Taunt onto the Clefable. So Mismagius is going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, as it does not fear the Moonblast from this Clef at all. As Anderson is going to make an aggressive play into his Excadrill, but is he going to pay off since he gets big damage off on whatever. As out comes a Mungus. Anderson's actually going to go for the Rapid Spin, as this is a Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. Life Orb, Rapid Spin, I don't know how much I would recommend that, but here we are. So Mega Deoncé is going to go for the Psychic. Anderson, knowing he can live a Giga Drain pretty comfortably. And he's going to go out into his Chestnut, predicting the Jellicent to come out, apparently. But the Chestnut is going to go for the Taunt, so he did not want that Clefable to set up in the slightest. He brought a lot of prep for that. But Deoncé is going to go for the Psychic, as Mega Deoncé is going to drop. It did put in a lot of work in this game, though, denting the Amoonguss. So, the Helios is going to set up the Sand. As Anderson, he does have a Sand team. He's got a Sand Force it's Sand Veil Doug Trio. He's got Sand Rush or Sand Force Drill. He's got Sand Veil on his Helios. Oh, interesting stuff there, actually. So yeah, he's going to set up the Sand for his Excadrill, and now Excadrill just gets to wreak havoc. So there's going to be an Earthquake. It's going to crit, and that actually matters a lot. It matters in the sense of just because whatchamacallit, because it burns an extra turn, plus it might have killed Excadrill. But Sock is going to be sturdy, so Anderson is going to be able to kill it with the Sandstorm. So kill going to be credited to the Heliolisk, but Excadrill essentially getting 2 kills out of that. So nice prep on Anderson to bring the Sandstorm. But this Chestnut, not fearing the Moonblast whatsoever, is going to set up Spikes. That's honestly Anderson's easiest way to win this game. He's just got to set up some Spikes, break some potential Sashes, and then make it work with this Heliolisk, and make it work with the Dougie. So Anderson is going to continuously fire off Hyper Voices. It's his best play, just because if he decides to go Amoonguss, it's going to do the most. So Chestnut is going to go for the Taunt, making it so this Clefable cannot soft boiled up, which is going to be huge, as Anderson is just going to get as much damage off, and he's just going to say, alright Dougie, you got to win me this game. So out comes the Doug Trio, and we're going to see if Doug Trio can get the kill here. It does not. And does Clefable kill it? No. He's gonna lose his special attack drop. Oh, that's game. Anderson lost his special attack drop. He lost his special attack. That's done. But anyways, Dugtrio is going to die, as Clefable is going to be able to win the game. Clefable putting on a lot of pressure, just absolutely stalling out Anderson's team for the most part. Well, not stalling out, just walling it out. But yeah, this is going to be the game. Eminem Suspect Test is going to take a 4-0 victory over Anderson, coach of the Jonesboro Oma Stars. In the next match, we have Lotad for the win, taking on TG or Zero to Hero. So, Lotad's team consists of Mega Heracross, Bisharp. What? Last time I checked, there's not a Mega Bisharp. Don't really know about that, so apparently he has Bisharp and Ian has Bisharp. Cool. He has a Flygon, a Mew, a Cofagrigus, and a Gastrodon. TG has a Mega Manectric, a Crawdaunt, a Latios, a Mienshao, a Druddigon, and a Lilligant. Let's hop into it. Yeah, I'm very confused at why they both have Bisharps. Don't really know what happened there, but cool. But Mienshao is going to go for the Fake Out to start out the game, and Zen is going to go for the U-turn. So Mew is going to take a lot of damage out the gate, but then can just go for the Nasty Plot apparently. Proven to be an offensive Mew. He's going to go for the Psychic, getting a crit, doing a lot of damage to this Druddigon. TG just wants to Drag Tail it out. Probably didn't want this thing to come out. He probably wanted something like Heracross to come out, so he'd be forced to take some chip. But Latios is just going to drop a Draco. TG not playing no games, and then he's going to want to swap out into his Lilligant just to get a lot of pressure off on this Gastrodon. So Lilligant can basically set up for free if he so desires to, but he's actually going to go for the sub, and then the Lilligant is going to go for the Sleep Powder. So now it can freely set up if it so chooses so, but oh, it is Quiver. So it's probably Giga Quiver sub. Oh, there you go. Giga Quiver sub and Sleep Powder. So Heracross is going to go for the knockoff, so I guess it's not Mega Heracross. I don't know why I thought it was Mega Heracross, but it's just normal Heracross. But Lilligant is going to go for the Giga Drain, as it is going to take the knockoff, not comfortably due to the crit, but that crit is going to be decently important because now I believe Bisharp would have revenged anyways. But Lotad's just going to go ahead and sack off his Mew. Out comes Flygon. Flygon's going to take a huge hit. And Flygon can actually go ahead and kill with the Outrage. That's where the crit comes into play, because I think otherwise Lilligant lives, maybe. But Crawdaunt is going to come out. Crawdaunt going for the knockoff. Does not have the Aqua Jet, apparently. Maybe he does. He just thought Gastrodon will come out. But knowing that Gastrodon cannot do anything outside of Ice Beam or Toxic, TG is going to go into his Latios. Latios is going to dodge a Toxic, and then going out into Manectric, Gastrodon is going to recover. Manectric can really only go for the HP Grass. That is exactly what TG is going to go for. He knows he can live any one hit, so he's pretty comfortable with just going for the HP Grass. And then can go for it again to follow up, as Lotad is going to sack off his Heracross. Cofagrigus is going to come out and takes a Volt Switch. Out comes Latios, can put on some pressure, but has Shadow Ball. Dropping a Draco is also a very nice play. This is going to drop a Draco. Crits, I don't know if the crit matters. Again, I don't calc. I think it might have mattered. But anyways, Latios is actually going to show off the Earthquake for this Bisharp. Bisharp setting up to +2 is very scary. TG, his Colbur Berry does not help. Mienshao is not going to take that Sucker Punch. It's going to be straight O-Code. Crawdaunt's going to come out. It's gone. Let's, I don't, TG. Oh, there's the Defiant. That's why I didn't do it. But now Mega Manectric is going to drop. So that's going to be the game. Lotad picking up a nice 2-0 with his Bisharp. Again, I'm pretty sure he illegally got that game because I don't think he had Bisharp. But, I don't know. It doesn't matter. This game happened like a year ago. Either way, Lotad picking up a 2-0 victory over TG, coach of the British Columbia Bibberls. He was still the BC Bibberls back then, I think. Yeah. It's just he made a transition to meet your Mantine. But next up, we have Raver Guy, coach of the Beast Mode Breloons, taking on Eyewater Malone or Malone. I think this is first. Yeah, because Lumberjack was last week. So you guys have to know Malone by now. He was here in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and he's still coaching Season 4. You got to know who he is. Here's his first week as well, so Gustavo and Malone starting out. Let's hop into it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So, the Ravers team consists of Mega, Scizor, Heatran, Latias, Drapion, Suicune, Jolteon. Malone's team consists of Slowbro, Emboar, Mega Absol, Roserade, Tornadus T, and Rotom Frost. Let's hop into it. We have a Jolteon against Emboar, favoring Emboar. Raver's just going to want to go out into his Suicune, and Suicune can take a fair amount of hits. And Raver's team is so stupid bulky. I play him week 7, and I play him week 7 in this, so when you see that, I just remember that game. His team is so stupid hard to break through. It's that freaking Suicune. That's the biggest reason why it's hard to break through. But Malone is going to show off the Thunder Wave, and then is going to take a knockoff, as Slowbro is going to go for the Scald, getting a burn on this Drapion, as Slowbro is not going to be able to live. Knowing this, Malone wants to go out into his Absol, since he can take the knockoff really easily due to the burn. Plus, getting that Regenerator back up on the Mega Slowbro is going to help. Then Absol is going to go for these Swords Dance, as Drapion wants to Brick Break, get as much damage off as it can, making it so this Absol can't further set up. It's going to go for the Sucker Punch. Jolteon comes out, as Malone is going to Sucker Punch again. He's going to Sucker Punch, as this Scizor is going to set up a Swords Dance. So scary stuff, and then Malone is going to die to a Bullet Punch. So very good plays on Raver's part. Otherwise, he would have actually just gotten swept. If Malone would have just gone for the Fire Blast, so if he would have had it, he sweeps and wins the game. But Malone is going to land a Will-O-Wisp onto this Scizor, so reducing its power a little bit, as out comes Tornadus Therian, and gonna scare it out with a Heat Wave. But Malone is going to go for the Acrobatics, and is going to get a nice crit, doing heaps of damage. But out comes Emboar, and Emboar is going to come in on a Roost, is going to take a Bullet Punch, and is going to get rid of the Scizor with Flare Blitz. Now it is essentially going to die to anything, and Raver is going to go out and do his Suicune. Malone wanting to actually save this Emboar, maybe for death fodder, or if it's a little bit speedy and can outspeed Heatran, that would be a reason to save it as well. So this Roserade is going to set up some Toxic Spikes, mainly just for the Suicune. I don't know in the slightest why Malone just did that. That makes no sense. Oh my god. He 100% should have sacked off the Tornadus T. He should have sacked the Tornadus T, went out to Emboar, got a nice super power off, and just done as much possible. And yeah, but there's not much he can do now. Oh, he had superpower on this thing. He could have gone out, lived a hit, and gone for superpower into Heatran. There you go. But out comes Latias, and this thing is going to go over the U-turn. Roserade gets absolutely shafted by Latias, as Latias is going to go for the Psychic. And Torn T is going to go for the Acrobatics. Does get rid of this Latias. So this Torn T is putting in a lot of work with this set. He's going to go for the Acrobatics, and then Suicune's going to go to sleep. So I don't want to sit through this. I'm sorry. So Malone is going to get burned, and he's going to be whittled down here. He's going to go for the superpower, just trying to do what he can. And Raver's just going to go for the Scald. Is going to kill Malone. Will kill the Torn T, and Malone is going to lose his first game in the ASL along with Gustavo, but they will ease their way into it, as Raver, coach of the Beast Mode Breloom, are going to win a 2-0 victory over Malone, coach of the St. Louis Swablues. And into the last match, we have ST Castile, who forfeited to TG last week, taking on Rocker. I believe there's no way this is Rocker's first week too. There's no way. I don't know if Rocker played the week before. I actually don't know. And he has Talonflame too. Boy, we need to figure this out. It was season 1. I'm so confused. There were 2 Talonflames and 2 Bisharps. So yeah, cool beans. ST Castile's team consists of Doublade, Starmie, and Fernape, Garchomp, Sylveon, and Mega Glalie. Rocker's team consists of Entei, Hitmonlee, Cryogonal, Talonflame, Floatzel, and Shaman. I'm going to say this is Rocker's first week, just because I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, it's going to be Garchomp leading out against Talonflame again. The second Talonflame. I'm so absolutely confused. But Garchomp is going to go with the Stealth Rock. And Cryogonal is going to take a Dragon Claw right to the face, as Cryogonal did not have the defensive buff that it has in Gen 7, so it doesn't take it as well as it normally would. It wouldn't normally take it well, but Cryogonal is just going to Ice Beam Rocker, wanting to just get damage off of this, or hacks the living life out of SG Castile, whatever works for Rocker. This Doublade is going to be solid again. Rocker's going to go for the Ice Beam yet again. This thing is still going to be solid. Rocker apparently hacking his way to victory in this one. Infernape's going to come out and is just going to go for the Mach Punch, getting rid of this thing. And he's going to show off the Life Orb. So out comes Hitmonlee. If this is Choice Scarf, Hitmonlee is going to be bad news for SG Castile. And now that he does not have his Doublade, this Fake Out Normal Gem is looking scary. But SG Castile is going to, I'll just name him Casty. So Cast is going to, I'll just call him Cast, is going to bring the proper set. He's going to protect twice as Rocker apparently did not predict the protect both times. But Floatzel is going to go for the bulk up after it's going to Ice Punch into Starmie. Starmie is not having none of that. It's going to go for the Thunderbolt. And out comes Shaman. And out comes Glalie, since Glalie can take on this Shaman really easily. And pressures whatever wants to come in. Mount Helens, there's a Saint Helens in there, but you know, whatever works, buddy. But Entei is going to take the return, probably fearing it to outspeed Castile, or Casty is going to go out. Cast is going to I don't know. Cast is going to go out into his Infernape, is going to get E-speeded, and Starmie is going to come out here, gonna go for the Scald and get rid of Entei, showing that his Life Orb Starmie will already did. But Shaman is going to be able to live any hit, but Cast is just going to go for the Ice Beam. He's going to freeze the Shaman. Screw you, Cryogonal. We're getting revenge. So Starmie is going to go for the Ice Beam, getting rid of the Shaman. As out comes Talonflame, as Garchomp wants to protect. Just seeing what this Talonflame wants to do, I guess. I think the better play would have not been protecting, because then you would have gotten more recoil. But holy crap. A Rough Skin Rocky Helmet plus the Flare Blitz. But Mega Glalie is going to get the last kill of the game. And that is going to be the week, guys. And reflecting on the week, definitely interesting to see our current coaches and how they played back in Season 1. Anderson, Ian, Rocker, all of them making odd plays, even Malone. This series is so great because you guys can see how much people have improved as battlers. Because if you compared these games to current games in terms of current coaches, I wouldn't believe that they're the same people playing the games. No, they're completely different. They're so much better now, and it's so good to see the improvement. But anyways, that is going to be the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.